this is chapter 1, and obviously we are going to learn what is Vaastu. So what is Vaastu? Wherever we stay, in Sanskrit, Vasati, wherever we stay, where we dwell, is known as Vaastu. So it could be your storage area, it could be your factory, it could be your residence, it could be your gala, it could be wherever you give your energy to. Your rented flats as well, or if you have rented a flat as well, it means that this is Vaastu. We'll be talking about all these things in this chapter. So, do you know the history of Vaastu is very interesting. Frankly, Vaastu started from Stone Age itself, but the documentation of Vaastu is a very interesting thing. Do you know who has documented that? Father-in-law of Ravana. He has documented Vaastu. The actual documentation which you will find will be in the Brihad Purana and in the Mayavamsa. Welcome to chapter 2, understanding the directions. Let us first understand to hold a compass. You know, I've been with these agents, ma'am, east-west flat or east-west flat. But I asked them, is it east or is it west? And they are really blank. And then there are some people who would be like, oh, I stay in the western direction of Mumbai. So when I go, I see the train rail going from the west. So then my house is in the east. No, this is not the way to see the compass. Or some people will be like, okay, the sun comes from this direction, so then my house is in the east direction. Absolutely wrong. Don't fall to all these things. Hold your compass right. The worst part is people go into the house and hold the compass at the door or the doorstep, and then they say this is the east direction. It's not possible. You have to hold the compass exactly in between your plot or in between your Vaastu. Welcome to chapter 3, and in chapter 3 we are going to learn about the doshas in Vaastu. This becomes very, very important. When we have learned about the structure of an aeroplane or of a boat, it is as similar to the Vaastu. So if your structure has some dosh, for example, an aeroplane doesn't have one wing, then what will happen? So if your body doesn't have a hand, then what will happen? It will still go, it will still do its best, but then the other directions take that imbalance into there. So the whole correction is about balancing energies, but in this chapter we learn about what are the doshas. So there are 3 main doshas which we practically deal with. Okay, they are cuts in the dishas, or extensions in the dishas, or toilets in the wrong places. So these are the main doshas that we'll be talking about. Okay, so any of these, any cut in a Vaastu, anywhere cut in a Vaastu is a dosha. Anywhere extension in a Vaastu, 70% extension in a Vaastu becomes a dosha. Welcome to chapter 4, Vaastu for home. So your home is where you stay, and you should have the right energies, the balanced energies in your house. So what is my mantra? My mantra says, if you give your due to that direction will be happy and it will give its best to you. So if someone is hungry and you give food to that person, the person becomes very happy. So if a person wants knowledge and you give knowledge to that person, the person becomes very happy. So what the direction wants, what the person wants becomes very, very important. So the best mantra that you can follow is not breaking anything, but giving the due to that direction. It's okay even if there is a cut. It's okay even if there is an extension. It's okay whatever it is. But see to it that you give the due to the direction. Now what are the dues that the direction can feel upon? So dues is keeping the right things in the right place, uses maybe you can use the favorite colors of that direction. Hi, welcome to chapter 5. This chapter we'll be learning about Vaastu in the office. So, as important is your residence, as important is your Vaastu in office. So that's your earning space. Your office could be a gala, your office could be a factory, your office could be even running from a 1 BHK or running from a residence. So your office should have different energy. Your office cannot always have a relaxing energy, it cannot always have a sleepy energy, it should have a nice vibration, and that is why when you do Vaastu for the office, you have to have a different kind of energy, a different kind of balance. You should have harmony, you should have synergy, you should have solution-oriented people, you should take correct decisions, you should be creative, your finance becomes very important, smiling people are very important, and the career is also very, very important. Welcome to chapter 6. In this chapter, we just discuss the do's and don'ts. Some quick tips is what I would call this chapter. Okay. So some do's and don'ts are like there should be no plots near the T junction. Okay. The T junction we have already discussed. The energies get settled over there. So there should be no plots over the T junction. I do not recommend any circular staircase in between. I want to have duplex houses, but I do not recommend that a snake kind of a circular staircase going up. There are ways to do that also. In the early next advanced chapters, we will be discussing that what can we do about this. There should be more weight in the south and the west direction, and the north and east direction should be very light. Okay, so they should be open. So don't keep much of your cupboards, much of your storages, much of your weights in this direction. As a logic, the directions which are closed, obviously you will push all the weight over there. The directions which are open, you will not keep the weight.